Once upon a time. Hello. Today I'm cutting up some old tree branches. It's hard work. I'm making them into logs. There we are, a log of wood. And I'll store them away until winter, and then when it gets cold, I burn them, keep me nice and warm. I expect you know what a tree looks like on the outside, but do you know what it looks like on the inside? Well, here's a log. This is the outside, the bark, and this is the inside, the actual wood. Now, trees have rings going all the way through them, and when it's cut like this, right across, you can see them very clearly. The more rings there are, the older the tree is. This one's, let me see, 1, 2, 3. There's quite a few rings there, so this is quite old. Now, there's a special way to stack logs to keep them neat and tidy. Let's see if I can do it. 1, 2, 3. One there, one there, one on top. See, now I can take one whenever I want to use it without them all falling over. Well, I'll leave them there until I need them. Now, I'll put this one on top like that. Now, my fireplace is in the kitchen. I wonder if you know which one of these rooms is the kitchen. Do you think it's the upstairs room? Well, in that room, there's a bed and a chair and a wardrobe. Do you think that's the kitchen? No. How about one of the downstairs rooms? Well, in one of those rooms, there's a big settee and 2 nice big comfortable chairs. You think that's the kitchen? Nope. What about the other downstairs room? In there, there's a fireplace and a cooker and a sink and a table with 4 chairs around. That's the kitchen. That's where I sit when it's cold, with my logs to keep me warm. This is quite a thin log. That's because it came from a thin branch. If I'd been cutting the trunk of the tree, that's the bit that actually grows out of the ground, it would have been much thicker than this. It would also have been very hard to cut. Of course, there are lots of different parts of the tree. There's the trunk, the branches, and then there are the leaves, and sometimes fruit, if it happens to be a fruit tree. Let's see if I can make a picture of a tree. Let's give it a nice thick trunk here, and 2 thinner branches here, and of course lots of leaves, green leaves, all the way around like that. And let's make it a fruit tree. Maybe an apple tree. Put an apple there, an apple there, maybe a big apple there. There we are. A tree. Once upon a time, there was a poor woodcutter who went to chop down a tree for firewood. By and by, after he'd been walking through the woods for a long time, he came across a big, strong oak tree. "Oh, that's strange," he said. "Oh, I've never seen that tree before. Oh, but it's just what I want." And so he raised his axe to cut the tree down, and he was just about to do it when out stepped a little tree man. Oh, stop, sir. Please don't cut down my tree, he begged. I live here. Oh, I didn't know it was your house, said the woodcutter. Of course I won't chop it down. My wife and I will be very upset if someone chopped down our house. And so he lowered his axe and began to walk away. Wait, sir, said the tree man. You've been kind to me, sir, so I will give you and your wife 3 wishes. But remember, use them wisely, he said. And then he disappeared inside the tree. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, said the woodcutter. Yes, we will. And he was so excited that he rushed straight home for dinner and didn't chop down any trees that day. When he got home, his wife was busy polishing and scrubbing the house. Are you home already? She grumbled. Oh, I'm only halfway through my work. And she put a plate of bread and a plate of butter down on the table. Oh, that'll have to do for your dinner, she said. Oh, is that all you've got? Isn't there any meat? Complained the man. No, there is not, said his wife. I've been cleaning the house all day, and I just haven't had time to cook a big meal. Besides, there isn't any wood for the fire. Bread and butter is no meal for a hard-working man, the woodcutter shouted. And he was so cross that he forgot all about the tree man and the 3 wishes. And there shall be a big fat pork sausage sizzling in the pan when I get home, whenever I get home, and I just wish I had one now. Suddenly, the bread and butter flew out of the window, and in flew a big fat sausage, which landed on the plate in front of the man. Oh, you silly woman, shouted the woodcutter when he realized what had happened. Oh, look what you made me do. What have I made you do? How did that happen? Asked his wife in amazement. Oh, you made me waste a wish, said the man, and he told her about the 3 wishes. His wife was furious. I'm silly, she said. Don't you blame me, it's your fault. Fancy wasting a wish like that. It would serve you right if you had that big fat sausage stuck on the end of your big fat nose, and I just wish that's where it was. Oh! She clapped her hands over her mouth, but it was too late. She'd made the wish, and the sausage flew off the plate and stuck itself firmly on the end of the man's nose.
Oh, you silly, silly woman, said the woodcutter.
You've wasted the 2nd wish, and now pull this sausage off my nose at once. And so she tugged, and she tugged, but the sausage was stuck on by magic, and it just wouldn't budge. No, no, shrieked the man. No, it's no good. It won't move. There's only one thing we can do. What's that? Asked the woman.
The 3rd wish,
said the man gloomily. I can't understand what you're saying, said the woman.
We'll have to use the 3rd wish,
said the man. And so they did.
Sausage, sausage, we wish you'd fly off,
said the man glumly. And the sausage flew out of the window before they could even catch it, taking the 3rd wish with it. And so they'd wasted their wishes, every one. Do you ever wish for things? And do your wishes come true? I wish for things sometimes. Sometimes they come true. Sometimes they don't. If you had 3 wishes, like the woodcutter in our story, what do you think you'd wish for? I know what I'd wish for. I'd wish for a big red ball, and a penny whistle, and a nice big ice cream. Ooh. It's a wishing well. It's a funny word, nose, isn't it? Wonder if I can think of any other words that sound like nose. Toes? Nose, toes, blows? Rose? Have you got a rose on the end of your nose? I've not got a rose on the end of my nose, but I have on the end of my toes. Well, I shall have to be going now, but I'll see you again soon. Bye now. Take care.